Welcome to you+you podcast. I am your host, Markia. When you look at your life and you examine where you currently are, do you see that you are the common denominator in every situation that you find yourself in? The answer must be yes, because decisions cannot be made by someone else. You are agreeing and making decisions in your life. So let me explain what it means to be the common denominator. It means that in all of the different situations that you find yourself in, be it if it's relationships, jobs, whatever, the one constant element is you. That means that personal responsibility and self-awareness is necessary. That you have a significant influence on the outcomes of your experiences. So when you think about being the common denominator in your life, you have to take ownership of that. Meaning, you are personally responsible for your life. And you must own your choices. You must recognize that your decisions and actions play a crucial role in shaping who you are, shaping your experiences, shaping your relationships, shaping your entire life. When you begin to take full responsibility for you, when you begin to own your choices, then you take power back from whatever or whomever you have given power to. Empowerment opens up your understanding that you have the power to change and improve your life by changing your decisions, your choices, your attitudes, your behaviors, your mindset. And this is how you take that power back, by self-reflection. You want to identify patterns, meaning reflecting on reoccurring themes and patterns in your life, reoccurring cycles, and understand how your actions and attitude contribute to them. Remember, it's about you. When you identify these patterns, there then is an opportunity for growth and learning, because now you're becoming more self-aware, using self-awareness to learn from past experiences. And then you're going to then shift by making positive changes moving forward. Now, when you do this, it improves the relationship that you have with yourself. So let's pause. I'm going to ask you this. How is your self-relationship? What does that look like? How do you speak to yourself? How do you love on yourself? Do you love yourself? Do you like yourself? Is your communication with yourself, meaning that internal conversation, that internal dialogue that you have with yourself that no one hears? What does that sound like? Because you definitely want to have a better relationship with yourself. You want to communicate to and with yourself better. by acknowledging your role in any type of misunderstanding or conflict that you've experienced, by acknowledging your role in whatever negative situations that you find yourself in or have found yourself in repetitively. So when you begin to speak to yourself differently, then you have this expectation that others will also speak to you differently. It's about self-honoring. It's about working on effective communication with yourself. And when you do this, then your communication with others will be better. It's also about having healthy boundaries, setting and respecting boundaries to create more of a balanced and respectful interaction. So that means that when you begin to respect yourself, things begin to shift. Because now you are having an expectation that others will respect you also. And if, in fact, the other individual does not respect you, you're able to set up specific boundaries or boundaries between you and that other person or you and that situation where you are able to do what you must do to remain in a healthy place. Now, once you do this, it will affect your emotional resilience, right? Because that is important. When you understand that you are the common denominator in your life, that you have to take personal responsibility and ownership of your choices, that you have to identify your patterns and then look at those patterns and then grow and learn about yourself. Improve your self-relationship and how you're communicating with yourself and within yourself. Setting healthy boundaries. Then your emotional resilience will then increase. And what does that look like? Then you have the ability to adapt to change. So building resilience, emotional resilience, you're taking responsibility for your emotional state, your emotional responses, and then adapting to new situations with a positive mindset. And then along with the emotional resilience comes emotional intelligence. Developing a deeper understanding of your emotions and how they impact you, your relationship with yourself, the decisions that you make. Because sometimes we make decisions from our emotional state, and our emotional state is not in a good place for us to make a decision from. But when you learn emotional resilience and emotional intelligence, you're taking responsibility for your emotional state and then deepening a better understanding of how you are emotionally. So if you know that you are emotionally unstable, you need to be able to deal with that. Because emotional instability, if you act out of that or respond out of that, in turn, is in a negative response, right? And I'm sure when you look at your life and you look at how things have been in your life, and if you know that you emotionally aren't as stable as you should be, you need to begin to work through that. Once you gain access and control over your emotions, and you're able to maneuver through emotional situations with emotional intelligence and resilience, it's a empowerment that happens, because now you are taking control of your emotional state, being responsible for yourself. You're taking charge, realizing that while you can't control everything, you can control how you decide to respond and how to maneuver situations and adapt. When doing this, it then opens the door to you and those positive changes, because you are now actively working on self-improvement and personal growth. This then in turn creates a better life for yourself. So taking full responsibility and ownership for you. You are the common denominator. And when you understand that you are the main character in every story that you find yourself in, then you begin to recognize your central role in your life's narrative. And then you are able to take proactive steps to shape your life positively, to create a better story, to create a healthier narrative, right? Because it's a powerful reminder that change starts from within. And by understanding and improving yourself, remember, understanding and improving, you must understand yourself better. When you understand yourself better, then you're able to improve yourself. When you do this, you can then create better outcomes and experiences for your life, because it is you plus you always equals you. You are the common denominator, the main character. I hope that this episode was able to open your eyes to understanding how you are the common denominator in your life, how you are the main character in your life, and then how you're able to improve your life from where you are now to where you would like to be. Because again, it is you plus you. It will always equal you. I am your host, Markia, with You+You podcast. And until next Thursday, remember that you are the common denominator in your life. Until next time, be blessed.